everyone. Welcome to... I'm so excited. I'm bouncing the mic. Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer for a very special edition. I'm not Jake. I'm June. And I am going to be play testing. We are going to be playing the Dark Crystal Adventure game today. Ooh, very exciting. Very exciting. This is my first time DMing, and I wanted to choose a very fantastical, wonderful world to start in, but I would love to introduce my players today. If you could tell me your name, your pronouns, your height, and are you okay with horses?
Brenna Llewellyn, or my character name?
Oh, your name, yeah. I'm like, you know, the things that we have to do to slate as actors.
Yes. 5, 6, 7 in the morning, 5, 6.5 at night.
Yeah.
And memory. What was the third
Ooh,
question?
are you okay with horses?
I
for
love
this one?
horses. I'll be on a horse, and I'll touch a horse. That's about all I'll do with a horse.
Okay, perfect. That's all we need. Yeah. And then your name, your pronouns, your height, and then can you wear contacts for this production?
My name is Ellen McNevin. She, her. I'm 5'2", and I have worn contacts once in my life.
Ooh.
They were the whiteout eye contacts, and it made everything gray and really hard to see.
Okay,
but I put them in my own eyeballs, so I think I could probably do it again.
I'm going to take that as a yes. You're hired.
Awesome. Yes, nice.
And then for you, your name, your height, your pronouns, and then what's your favorite Spice Girl? Very important for production.
Danielle Butlin, as you all know. My height, 5'4". My pronouns, she, her, and I was never big on Spice Girls.
Ooh, okay. Whoa. Ooh, that's okay.
What an admission. Okay.
We're gonna put that as a
I enjoyed
maybe.
Spice World as a movie. That was a lot of fun, but I wasn't ever like
Mary-Kate or Ashley.
Also,
but they went to Australia.
Also not a...
They had a movie where they went to Australia. That was the best one. Okay, sorry, I'm getting off topic here. Yes, and I'm June Laporte. I'm 5'3", they, them, and I am not claustrophobic. That's nice. Yeah. There we go. And before we begin, too, I wanted to give a little earnest note about why storytelling is important and why these kinds of stories are important too, because we have 2 veteran TTRPG players, and then we have Brenna's first time playing a TTRPG, which is like, I'm so excited to introduce you into this world. But I think these kinds of stories, and in particular the world of the Dark Crystal, resonates today because stories about small beings, whether they be Gelflings or hobbits or Hyruleans or humans, standing up and against all odds, rising up against forces of evil, are stories of hope, which is something that we need in 2026 desperately. I think it is easy to despair in this world today, and it is far harder to hope. But if little Gelflings spread throughout Thraw can rise up against the evil of the Skeksis, maybe we too as humans can rise up against the evils of today. And remember that no matter how small we are, we have power collectively. And with that, we go to another world. Another time. Thank you. I wish so much that I could play music, but it's not good for recording. But just imagine another world, another time.
Well, just Jacob, you're gonna add in the music.
Yes,
as we transition.
By Daniel Pemberton. Love you. The world of Thraw, teeming with biodiversity, at its genesis, a world of harmony. A world with its beating heart being the pure crystal of truth. The crystal then created the being Aughra to be its physical manifestation, to speak for all living things. And Aughra then helped create the Gelflings. And in this age of prosperity, what we now known as the Age of Innocence, the Gelflings divided into 4 clans. Those are the Vapra, the Stonewood, the Dowson, the Sifa, the Drenchen, Groton, and the Sprighton. Then came the Urksurks, called by the Crystal of Light. These were the tall beings made of light, with arms and legs, almost humanoid, but very tall and spindly. And they were called by the Crystal of Light from another planet themselves. When they came to Thra, they claimed themselves to be protectors of the crystal, and they wanted to spread their knowledge. And at first, they seemed to be benevolent rulers. But their goal of using the crystal to rid themselves of their own darkness backfired one day, when during a conjecture where all 3 of Thra's sons come together to light the crystal of truth at the very center of Thra, these beings were split into 2. The Skeksis and the Mystics. 2 halves of one. The evil and the light. Now Thra has been thrust into disarray, into chaos, into what will now be known as the Age of Resistance, where the Gelflings have decided bravely to stand up against the Skeksis, who have taken control of the crystal in their castle, greedily sucking it of its powers to try to prolong their life. And now we find ourselves in this Age of Resistance, in a flashback. And we see on the Siffin coasts, many years ago, a memory comes into focus of one of the Siffin clan of Gelfling. And it is a young boy, and the Siffin are known to be pirates. They are mariners. They are individualistic in nature. They are unique in their Gelfling ways because they are open to Gelfling of any other clans to join them. They're the most inclusive of the Gelflings. It's a very special day for the Sifa. It is a boat race day that happens once a year. There's a young boy who is blessed by the Madra, the leader of each Gelfling clan, has a Madra, the matriarchal society. And this young boy has proudly won a boat race, and the Madra blesses him with a thumbprint on his forehead. And he turns to a young girl, Sifa. She's very, she's younger than him, but looks at him adoringly. They are brother and sister. They stand amongst the crowd. And the brother looks at his sister and tells her in this vague memory, the words sort of go in and out the way that memory is fickle. But there's a recollection that the brother is telling the sister that he must go to find a captain of some kind. He must go journey the sea to find a Captain Tun, if that might be the name. Maybe it's not. Memory's fickle. And now we open up to today. We find ourselves in the Mystic Plains, and there is this Sifa Gelfling, a female, older now, and she is listening to something. She's listening to the sound of Thra, and it sounds almost like the hum of a crystal bowl. It's very faint. Thra's heartbeat is slowly dying and darkening with the corruption of the crystal, but there is a faintness that this young Sifa has been following for some time, and it's not uncommon to see Sifa going it alone. Can you describe this Sifa for us, Ellen? Who do we see traveling these mystic plains?
This is Mar, and she is following this pull inside her that's drawing her to something that she doesn't quite understand. But she's never been one to ignore her instincts. And so she's been following it, and it's brought her here to these plains in an effort to try to understand what this like ringing is to her.
And she is, what kind of clothing does she wear?
She wears mostly green, sort of like a seaweedy, mossy kind of get-up. Yeah.
Yes, and she's traveling light. She doesn't have anything with her.
No,
does she?
She trusts that what she needs she'll find along the way.
And in the distance, you see what looks like kind of these stone structures. It's like almost carved into the mountain, the tan, desertous mountain. And you see kind of firelight and things happening through there. And that's where you're headed.
Yeah.
And now, wonderful. We see this Sifa Mar going, and now we cut to another, perhaps a memory, perhaps a nightmare. So we see in this vision, we see a tree in a swamp-like area, and the tree is becoming diseased. As the darkening is happening, purple veins are seeping through Thra, corrupting life and turning it. And so we see from the tree's perspective, as if we are the tree itself, looking down at itself, seeing a darkening happening through its veins, and its limbs are being ripped off. It's very, very painful. So it's like being burned alive. And suddenly, a young Gelfling's eyes are opened in the swamp of the Great Smurf. And this young Gelfling, can you describe what this Gelfling looks like to us, Brenna?
Yes, this Gelfling named Kethialandra, Keth for short. She is, she likes braids in her hair. She likes her hair long with some dreadlocks in there. And she likes to wear browns as well, and greens, and little hints of blues around her. And her people are fascinated by the color blue. So they like to weave it in when they can. And she's very strong. She's got good muscles from swimming.
Yes, this is a drenchen. This is one of the drenchen.
Yes.
So they live in this swamp area deep in the forest. And so when you open your eyes, you are what is called dream fasting with the Madra of the Drenchen clan. And her name is Eliona. And she is about your age, too. You both grew up together before her mother was bravely killed in battle, and she became the Madra. You are showing her these visions of nightmares that you've been having, and she kind of shudders that. This is what you've been seeing?
Yep, I feel it all. Very
Goodness.
painful.
How long has this been happening?
About 7 moons.
7 moons. It seems like a prophecy, no?
Perhaps. I never dream of fire. It's only ever water and dirt and mud and muck. And the fire that I feel does not happen usually.
This may be important for you to share this information. I think that as your Madra, I think you should go to the mystics. You need to tell them of this.
I will gladly leave far and wide, for I am sick of hunting. So this provides me a mission I will gladly do.
She kind of like laughs at you because you grew up together, and she knows that you're really tired of this society and that you've always craved a bigger call to adventure. And she looks at you with warmth, and she just holds you on the shoulder and says, "May Thrall guide your journey."
Blessings.
And before you leave too, a little, you're in this kind of, you're in the swamp. You're kind of waist deep in the swamp, because you're amphibious creatures, and a little muskie, which is they're sort of eel-like creatures. They can be quite big, but they choose their Drenchen partners, and they are bonded for life. A small little muskie is sort of like swimming around you, and this is your pet, and they seem to be upset at the idea of you going, but
It's for the greater good. I have family to take care of him and give him kisses and snuggles and little sardine tails. He loves sardine tails. Yeah.
And the Madra looks at you and says, "I will take care of him upon until your return."
Blessings.
Now we cut to the where the mystics are located. Again, the mystics and the Skeksis are one of the same. They are two halves of the same coin, and the mystics are secretly in the plains of the castle. They are hidden away. They are magical, to almost turtle-like creatures with their very slow intonations and slow movements, whereas the Skeksis are more, as we know, bird-like, crow-like, fast, sharp, blunt. And the mystic's magic has hidden them in view of the Crystal Castle, but you know that once you're there, you're going to be safe. Once we come to the mystics, there is another Gelfling who has been here for some time, and you don't know why you have ended up here, but you woke up one day. This Gelfling woke up one day with the mystics, and the mystics, in their cryptic ways, you can never really get a straight answer from a mystic. They love to speak in riddles. They seem to just know that this is where you should be. They seem to not pay you any mind of being a stranger. They treat you with familiarity. They give you things to do, pots to wash and things. And this week they have been acting even more cryptic and sort of even more secretive. And can you describe what this Gelfling looks like to us? Who this Gelfling is?
This Gelfling is Soul. Soul. She is a little tall for a Gelfling. Like if you walked up to her, you'd be like, tall. Slightly like uncomfortable feeling. And she's wearing a kind of like sandy colored set of robes, a little tattered around the edges, some staining, some very, very well worn boots. Like you could tell from her clothing that she'd traveled a very long distance at some point. And if you saw behind her hood, you would see these kind of dark blue, not an iridescent blue, but a sort of somehow earthy blue tattoos just wrapping almost every inch of her skin. These tattoos are sort of swirling, and you get the sense that there might be meaning and story behind these tattoos, but what it is, it's hard to tell.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. and Sol finds herself with Ursur, who is the master of the mystics, the great master. And he is moving very slowly, and he sort of has a mortar pestle, and he's grinding herbs, and looks at you, nods very slowly. It is almost time.
Time for time.
Begin. End.
It does that. Yes.
Prepare.
Good. Prepare. Okay. Any specifics?
And he turns away, and he doesn't give you anything. It's been very cryptic. And you look around, and it does seem like these mystics are making preparations in the center of their structures. There is an elaborate spiral being drawn out in the sand by staves, and small circles along the spiral. And it seems like there's many, many, many circles, smaller circles encompassing 3 large circles, all in a line. And as night, say it's dusk, and night begins to fall, and lanterns sort of illuminate these structures, the young Sifa finds herself, inexplicably, she feels the hum of Thra, though whether she knows it or not, she must follow it, this following, because as she follows the light of the structures and walks to this. And similarly, from the swamps, you have managed to evade many a foe with stealthiness. Quick feet, you cannot fly.
No.
But you can hide, and because of your amphibious nature too, you have camouflaged yourself through the forest, and you've managed to evade the creatures and the scouts of the Skeksis through the plains of the castle, both of you. And you're sort of being drawn to this. You don't know why. And all 3 of you find yourselves at the center of these structures, at these patternings. And Sol, of course, having little memory of why she is here and what is happening, does see these 2 approaching, and is wary, perhaps, but accepting that there is something that must be happening. There's something that must be happening. There's a calm about the air, too, of the master, Ursur. As you two, all 3 of you approach, the great mystic master comes into focus, and he's at the center of this spiraling pattern. He looks at you and says, it must begin now. So Thra commanded. You are a part of it all.
Cool question. What is it all?
He looks at you and gives a nod. Confused.
Yeah.
Frightened.
Yeah.
Looks at you.
Yeah.
Thra will provide. It is known. In 909 days, the great conjecture will come again. 3 brothers, all together, powerful.
Did you get that? Because I'm not sure I got that.
That was the most straightforward answer I've ever heard from him.
Mm-hmm. 3 brothers, 3 of us. I think
3 brothers, 3 sisters.
You guys got brothers too?
in the ground, deep in the swamp, underneath the water. But they were great.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Before the 99th day, you must bring the 7 seeds back.
Well, there are many trees.
Yes, there's a lot of seeds. How do we know which seeds are the 7 that you need?
The 7 clans.
You would look over and you would see Sol is like studiously writing every single thing down.
Meanwhile, these 2 are more wide-eyed, and we have one very outspoken Gelfling who is not getting answers, really.
Mm-hmm.
99. Before all is lost. 7 seeds from 7 clans. Bring them back to restore Thrall. And he turns very slowly, and his long tail almost sort of swipes all of you over. But he turns and he comes back, and he's carrying a sack of things. And the mystics, it's not uncommon for Gelfling to come and stay with mystics and travelers to leave things, or a lesser order to come and do sort of charity work for them and leave things. But he lays out on the ground some very simple items before you, as it becomes clear perhaps that you are being tasked with finding these 7 seeds, these 3 Gelfling. And what you see in front of you is an old blade, a bent staff. It's withered and wooden. You see various bits of jewelry which have not necessarily value, but could be traded throughout Thrall. You see a cracked spyglass that you might be able to use to see into far distances. You could fix it. It has a slightly pinkish tint to it. And then you also see an old furca, which is a flute instrument. And he says, "Take what you like for your journey." And you are allowed to take whatever you like of these. You can decide amongst yourselves what might be useful to you, as all of you have journeyed here with nothing, no possessions.
Shoddy the knife.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thanks.
And so you can mark that in your sheet. You can write down an old blade. And you can write, it has finesse.
Oh yeah, double finesse now.
And in the circle next to it, you can write a 4. And that is how many uses it has before you would need to fix it. 4 uses. Is there anything else you would like to take?
Oh, I shouldn't be greedy, but
Yeah, Mars like inching towards the jewelry. I mean, you never know when you might need to spend something. Yoink.
Yes, take the jewelry. Yes. That is, it has a 2 usage next to it. You can write that, equip that. For trade, what would Sol like to take?
Just walks up quietly to the staff and picks it up and just kind of feels it in her hands like an old friend.
And the Mystic Master nods at you too, sort of confirming that was the right choice and the choice that he knew all of you would take all along. Gives another kind of wave of his weathered and large hand and says, "Stay the night, but tomorrow journey begins." And with that he turns and he leaves the three of you. So you may settle here for the night. You may discuss amongst yourselves, where are you to go from here? What do these 7 seeds mean? Who are each of you?
Do you live here, or?
I guess.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
How do you not know why you're here?
I woke up here.
I've woken up a lot of places, but you don't know why you woke up here, right?
I mean, I don't. I woke up here. I don't remember anything before here, but it was recent, as in not like
Not like you were born here.
right.
And, Not
Yeah.
that kind of wake up.
No.
And you all do recognize each other's clans from markings and colorings, and so you are aware of perhaps what each other's backgrounds might be. And on your sheet as well, you do have some special knowledge that only your clan might have too. As you're gathering, as you're sort of getting set up, and there's little crude cots set up by a fire, you know that you are in the plains of the castle. To go towards the Crystal Castle. Towards the Toward the Crystal Castle would be death. It would be death. You are. I mean, that's where the Skeksis are. Even from this distance, even though it's night, you can see giant beetle-like creatures patrolling the sides, and you know that also crystal bats might be on the lookout that would scout and tell your location immediately. So it does not seem perhaps wise to go towards the castle, which might lead you towards wetlands or perhaps woods, burned woods.
Well, I can both climb a tree and I can wade through the wet, so it's up to you guys.
I mean, that great.
Yeah.
Good.
Which is which? There was 2 options.
I mean, you look like I'm. You look like you might be from wetlands.
You have a
Yes.
soggy feeling about you.
I will take that as a compliment.
Yes.
No, I mean I love water.
Oh yeah, it keeps you cozy.
Water's
cozy.
great.
Good for your hair.
The Drenchen are sort of like the Groton. They are looked at somewhat unfavorably by by other Gelflings.
I was too gullible. I'd take my feeling of a compliment back. How dare you?
So you might be wary of them. Saying that you have a soggy
Yeah.
look about you. You might be wary of that.
Actually, haven't touched water in 7 moons, the time it took me to get here. So it's kind of confusing to why you would say that about me.
I feel drawn to water somehow. Like there is a puddle. I want to say 3 meters that way.
There is. We might share a similar cell in our brains.
I was born on a boat.
We're all in this together.
Yeah.
I feel like wetlands. Might
Wetlands.
be
Wetlands it is.
sort of shared.
A shared sogginess, perhaps.
Not that word. Not that word.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Okay.
something in that line.
And as you go, so you decide with not a lot of confidence, I'd say. These Gelflings are still perplexed, confused, finding their way. They weren't given the clearest instructions by this mystic at all, were they? They decide to set out towards the wetlands, the goal being perhaps to reach the Drenchen land, perhaps the Great Smurf. But you know that you are needing to find 7 seeds of 7 trees, of the 7 clans. So as you go to sleep, you make your way. The next day, you have your things, you have your equipment. The mystic gives you a silent blessing to each of you. He hums and communes with Thrall in a magical, mysterious way that doesn't always make sense to Gelflings, but he's calling Thrall to protect you as best it can. And you set off through the wetlands. And now, as you sort of make your way down the mountains of this desertous region, you can see in front of you, in the distance, there are plains that are kind of like paddy fields. Like they're sort of wet, open, kind of marshy land. And it's not as foresty, so you are aware of things that might be overhead. You're very aware that crystal bats could be around, or perhaps other flying beasts. And you see in front of you, on the plains, there are there are kind of like ripples through the field of what maybe you don't know yet. Could be a little nebri, which are these kind of worm-like creatures that go through the mud and things. You also see there's a very large stone structure in the distance, and it has etchings on it that look to you like they could be maybe perhaps ancient symbols. And at the very top, it almost seems like there's something that is glimmering. And away from that, you see what looks like the beginnings of a town, a sort of faraway town, but it looks like a kind of a pastoral, modest kind of town with large and tall structures and structures where maybe podlings live, maybe podlings and Gelflings live together. You also see a very, very large fortress, too, that is made of wood and looks quite intimidating. Where would you like to go from here?
I want to check out this spire with a glimmery thing on the top.
Let's look at the stone.
Yeah.
Yes. So as you're making your way to this stone, you hear something overhead.
Down. Get down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Get
do you
down.
do?
Yeah.
You hear the beating of wings. You don't know what it
I'm
is yet.
slapping you guys with mud so hard. I'm slapping mud all over your bodies. I'm camouflaging you. Yeah, sorry.
my
But
gosh.
I gotta get in there. Don't mind my hands, my strong hand.
My ear.
So you're slapped to the ground, and you see come by you. Where is she? Oh my goodness. You see a what you know is the structure of a crystal bat in the distance, which has it's literally like a crystal with wings. The crystal is its eye to the Skeksis. I'm gonna see if it sees you. I'm gonna see if it sees you.
Hold your breath.
Now, do any of you have something that you could use that might help hide you?
I have sneaking.
Ooh, sneaking. Do you want to maybe roll a d6 to see?
Yeah.
Have to beat a 4.
Okay. Yeah.
You
I
have
got 5, 6, 7.
Ooh, okay, good, because this guy almost saw you.
Ah!
So it looks like it's coming in your direction, and it looks down, but it doesn't appear to sense that you are in the mud, and it flies away. Good.
Good mud.
Thank you. Many years of practice.
Yes.
Thanks. You guys have good skin for it, I must say. It stuck well.
Thank you.
So you all stand up, and you're still sort of muddy. Some of you, it depends on how you. Some of you might be quite used to the mud. Some of you might not like the mud, but you nevertheless muddily continue on to this stone structure. What do you want to do once you reach this? There's this. It's a large like obelisk. It's very smooth, rounded, not pointed at the top. There are ways you could see that maybe someone could climb up it, but there are also very interesting spiral patterns on it. And again, there's something maybe glinting at the top.
I can fly.
You can fly, that's right.
So I'd like to go up and fly up and see if I can figure out what's the shiny thing up there.
Yes, can you roll a d6 for me? We'll say this is a 4.
Okay. It's a 4.
Perfect. If you meet it, you beat it.
Okay.
So you can actually, you quite easily, you fly up.
Oh, great.
I'm jealous. I can't fly.
And at the top, yes. At the top, you see, it's almost like an essence, like a Navi, not to bring in another, but it's like a little essence. What do you want to do?
Hello? Are you... Oh.
It's responding to you, and it seems to kind of come closer to you.
Oh. Hi. I reach out a hand to it. See if I can touch it.
Yes, you touch it, and you are given a feat. You're given a trait called Thrall's Lightness.
Oh.
Thrall's Lightness. And you can now levitate up to 5 feet off the ground. And if pushed, you bob along. So it's like instead of a flying test, you would just be able to sort of levitate and be pushed along.
What a calorie
bob
saver.
along.
Yeah. My goodness.
And this also has Flayer, if you want to put that in. I know it's like, have fun spelling that.
Yeah.
It's Vliyaya. That is the magical essence of Thrall. Yes. Okay. And so, yeah, you have this now, and you can feel it in your body. These other two look up at you. You're suddenly just sort of levitating in space there.
Wow. I feel very light and kind of drifty, like I'm at sea, but here I am. Can I, like, sort of swim my way down?
Yeah. You're figuring out how to. You're kind of like, what's that movie I'm thinking of where they're just like suspended in space? I don't know, maybe like a movie in space, but you're sort of like a moon man up there. Ooh. But what would the two of you like to do anything with this stone structure at all?
Oh, well, I haven't touched the stone yet. I just want to put a hand on it and see if anything happens for me. I want to float, but I guess I missed out on that option, and I don't know if I can read scripture as well as you. So.
Now, do you have any skills that might help you with maybe communing with Thrall or insight into lore?
I do not. I My skills lie with healing and with water and with my dreams, but it won't stop me from trying to awaken something.
I would say, can you roll a d6 for me? Yeah.
Triangle.
Oh, yeah,
Square.
this
Cube.
Yeah, that's right.
2.
Okay. You touch it. Because you are a Drenchen, you are highly connected to Thra. And you are closer to your lands. So all you feel through that is the faint feeling of the drumming of your clan, which is a daily occurrence. The Drenchen drum with the heartbeat of Gelflings so that through the swamp they can find their way back. That's all you feel.
My people.
Danny, would you like to do anything with this stone structure?
Saul's gonna walk up and just look at the scrolling, swelling, markings.
Yes. Do you have anything that might?
I have Flayer as
You have
as a
Leoya.
competency or whatever they're called in this one, skill.
Okay, a skill. Does it have any? Do you have anything attached to the lore with that?
Oh, I mean,
Knowledge.
like that's the skill.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Leoya
Like
is
it's
the
like
skill?
your
Yeah, one of the tick ones.
Okay,
I don't know if
cool.
I did it right.
Yeah. Can I see your?
Yeah.
Cool. Can I just like
Yeah.
see that?
I
for a
was
second?
originally gonna do ancients, and then I was like,
Yeah.
not having a memory doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Can you roll a d6 as well for me?
That's a 2.
Oh no. Okay. Well, you are your tattoos start to like almost become bioluminescent as you reach out to it, and you can't see any clear images, but you feel like you have been here before, and there's something drawing you to the town nearby. Almost. There's a familiarity. You just feel like maybe you've been here in a dream, or maybe in another time. It feels familiar, but you can't read exactly what the spirals have to say.
I feel like there's something important here. Can you read it?
I cannot, but if I feel my people who are very connected to the earth, there must be something involving seeds, which is what we have been sent for. And so I feel like this might be our first location of something.
Perhaps we should... There might be someone in the township
There might be.
that could read this, or... It feels familiar somehow. I don't know. I'm just...
Well, like the stone is erect, so is that tower. I wonder if we could venture over there
To the town.
to the town.
To the town.
At the edge, which is at the edge of the wetlands. Do you agree you'd like to make your way to the town?
Yeah. Townward.
As you are wonderful, as you make your way towards the town.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
No.
Soul pulls out like her notebook again and
Yes.
flicks to a page with like a map that she's a very crude map that she's kind of creating, with like the number of hours essentially that it took to get to each place and like a little.
Oh, right. We're on a
Yes,
countdown.
it has. You've known that it has been a day's travel to get to where you are now, basically, and it will take you another day to get to this town across the wetlands. As your turn to go, you hear little feet running up behind you. You turn and you see a podling woman. Now, a podling is a smaller than a gelfling, and they sort of have the face of a naked sloth, for lack of a better word.
Yes.
They don't have fur. And this podling woman, she's sort of like dressed crudely in rags, and she's waving her arms at you, and she's saying, "Va zubi bada, zu beetles fluffians, zu zabido daba." She's speaking podling to you, and she seems very concerned, and she keeps pointing to what looks like sort of like tracks, like tracks in the ground, and she's pointing to it and saying, "Fluffiums, do zubida, fluffiums."
Do you speak podling?
No.
I don't, but those are tracks, and I think we can handle a couple extra minutes to.
Yeah, she seems to be looking
Yeah.
at this track, and she's concerned, and she's she understands that you can't understand her, so she's sort of miming. She's now trying to mime the zoo,
Yes.
and she's miming what you might think is like a creature. She's fluffians, zubida, zoba.
Maybe she lost somebody.
Fluffiums.
She looks horrified.
Don't know eat
Fluffiums,
it.
How could you?
Yeah, no.
What? I don't
Friends,
know.
not food.
Friends. Fluffiums.
Fluffiums.
Oh, okay.
Fluffiums. She holds her heart. Fluffiums.
She's definitely distressed. My empathy can tell that.
Yes, yes. Make an empathy roll. Absolutely, to try to decipher what
It's
she's
my
saying.
skill.
Yes. So we'll say you have to meet a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, roll a
6.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
So you how do you want to empathize with this podling? How do you want to get to her level and see her?
Well, she can bring us, take us where you need us.
So you're miming to her like, okay, yeah, you're like, yes.
I'm giving out my hand.
You give out your hand, and she gladly takes your hand, and it's sort of like walking with a toddler. She's sort of like dragging Keth along, and you're following her a little bit, and you're following this track of this, what could be like, a fat kind of worm-like creature. You're looking for that. Do any of you have anything that might help with the tracking? You want to try tracking what she might be looking for?
I have no relevant skills, but I'm always game to try.
Yes. What would you like to try with? Do you have any? You can make a number of things up.
Yeah.
Charm.
Let's see. I can now float. So I wonder if I can get like a little higher of a vantage point on things, because we're all pretty short.
Yes.
So if I can float up a little bit and sort of get a lay of like where these tracks might be going, like if there's any breaks in it, that hopefully I could like see past it to where the trail picks up again.
Absolutely. So you get your thrall lightness as a trait, so you are able to float up 5 feet.
Okay.
Maybe to look out, roll a d6. See if we.
It's a 1.
Oh, okay.
That's a 1.
That's a 1.
I'm floating.
You're floating, and because of the wetness and the marshiness, there's like indents everywhere. You can't quite tell
Looks like
where
marsh.
it's gone. Now, yeah, it does look like marsh.
Yeah.
It seems that she wants you to track a creature. Fluffians. This creature. So seeing that you're not helping, she is desperate, and she's miming more. She's going, she's like, she opens up a bag, and there's nothing in it. She's showing you there's nothing in her bag, and she's going,
Oh, maybe.
and she's like miming, like throwing something on the ground.
It needs some treats. I know that language because I have a little, not a merkin, a muskie of my own that I named Merkin for unrelated reasons. And he loves treats, let me tell you. So I think that she wants us to get treats. That's what I'm sensing.
She doesn't
To-
understand you, but she's like,
to find this fluffian thing.
Hang on. And I have animal handling, so I'm Sol's gonna like let out a little like
yeah.
strange whistle
Wonderful.
intuitively.
Ooh. Okay, can you roll a
You remembered
D6?
something.
I remember something.
Make this a 4 that you have to beat.
Okay. What is for the viewers, what does the like skill competency do when you're rolling in this game?
So you are making a test. There are
Yes.
tests and challenges, which might be an attack. It might also be trying to figure something out using your traits for problem solving. And the DM will set a number 2 to 10, basically, of the difficulty that must be met. And now if you have ooh, just now catching this too. This is great. If you have a skill in that, you can add +1 to your roll. Nice. So glad I caught that right now.
Great.
Also, you can have help, teamwork too. So if you have like a skill that might be relevant, you can go, I want to help. And you would then be able to, if you're able to justify that, you can add another +1. And all healthy Gelfling have a creature die of a D6.
Nice.
But if you are hit, if you are hit,
that's what the
then you get to a D4. And if you're hit at a D4, well, then you roll on the injury. And let's just say there's a whole page on funerals for Gelfling and reincarnation and things.
Okay.
Like you could come
Alright,
back as like a stone construct or like a podling or it's very interesting. Sidebar. But
Okay.
yes, this is amazing. We have animal handling. This is wonderful. But you can add
one.
you can add a 1 to that.
All right. Hey, 6 + 1 is 7.
Yeah. Okay. So
this little
it's like super. It's you don't know how you know it, but it's something that's like it just comes to you, and it looks like you know exactly what you're doing. And from the distance, sort of galumphing through the mud is this Nibri, which is like it looks like a catfish. Like
So cute.
sort of he's like a big catfish, and he's sort of like swimming through the mud, and the this podling whose name is Buppy, we'll call her Buppy. She is overjoyed and she goes, "Oh, Zabudia, fluffians," and it like comes right up to her and sort of nuzzles on her, and she looks at you with tears in her podling eyes. She's sobbing with the Nibri, and she gives you she reaches into another bag and she hands you 3 little potions. And they are you notice a smell coming from them. As they are stink bombs. Podlings are notoriously sort of stinky little guys, and they also like to play tricks and things. So each of you can take a stink bomb. Wonderful. You can use that, and it has usage of, well, you get 1 usage, basically.
And what does it do?
When thrown, all that fail to resist it must flee from the stench.
Ooh.
Very silly. Okay. As you leave, you leave this little podling and her Nibri, and she waves to you.
Bye-bye.
You move closer to this little modest hamlet, this modest little town. And it's a couple of cottages as it comes into view. It's a couple of cottages, and it's clustered around a stone well, kind of crudely made, but a large stone well. It feels rural and peaceful, but there's a feeling of sadness here. It's a quiet, almost somberness, but also very peaceful. And at the front, the entrance of this hamlet, there is a grotton, which is odd to see a grotton outside of the caves of their dwelling. And this grotton is out front, and she looks incredibly peaceful. She smiles at you. And she looks at you. Hello, soul.
Hello.
It's good to see you again.
Yes, you also. I'm sorry. I don't remember you.
That does tend to happen.
Oh.
I'm not sure I know my name anymore.
Oh.
And she's like completely serene. She sort of laughs at the feeling of not remembering her name, her own name.
So Sol joins in the laughter.
Yes. Isn't it wonderful being unburdened? She looks at the two of you. Have you come as well for the healing?
I like my burdens, I think.
Yeah, I'm good with my own healing hand, I think, but we're here for something.
What brings you to this, our town of Tia Rise?
Well, we have around 997 days left to find a seed, and a few more seeds than that.
A seed.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're after?
It is.
Perhaps you would like to speak to someone more senior than me.
Someone
Can
who
help
remembers,
you.
I hope.
The Grotton laughs in a way that doesn't give you confidence that people know things here. Come in. Yes, come in. And she ushers to you. She as you're passing by, there are scrolls written on the side of this cottage that some parts of it are sort of like ripped away, but it appears to be a kind of a tale or a story here.
Oh, that's why we came. The tower. That's it.
Yes.
Tower. Right.
Yes.
That too. Yes. There was a tower had scrolls similar to this, and points to the house.
You are speaking of the tower, perhaps in the swamp.
Yes.
Yes. Are you piecing together something?
I don't know.
A story, perhaps.
Perhaps.
In front of, with the scrolls, in front of this large, what's the word I'm looking for? The well. You see a stonewood gelfling, because around there are podlings, which they're sort of doing handiwork and things. There's not many of them, and there are a sparse kind of number of gelflings of different clans here. And in front of the well, you see a stonewood gelfling, who's the stonewood were guards of the Skeksis because of their power, and have since rebelled against the Skeksis. But you see this gelfling by the well, and he's crying tears, and he's reaching his hand into this well. And as he cries and as his hands touch whatever's in the well, it's like a calm goes through him, and he almost becomes statuesque for a moment. And then he turns and looks at you. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Have we met before? Do I know you? Are we comrades?
No, I don't think so. I mean, that's speaking for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
No, I've come
Can't say we have.
very far away.
He seems to relax, and he has kind of a glazed look in his eyes, and he just says, it is so peaceful here, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a word for it.
Peaceful.
I dare say there is something in that water
Yeah.
that I'm sensing.
Do you want to look into the water?
Maybe won't even give it a little taste.
I
don't want to
you
taste
want to
it.
look at you all maybe move towards the well, and as you look inside, the sides in stone, like etched in stone on the side, it says the Forgetting Pool.
Oh no, don't drink that. Don't
Yeah,
you
no.
don't need more of that, and we
the
need our memories.
water is a shade of blue that is unnatural. And it has silver glitter throughout it. And it looks very beautiful. It looks very enticing. But it becomes clear that touching this water perhaps makes one forget.
Do you think you touched the puddle before?
That feels logical. I don't remember doing it, but that would make things make sense.
You can see too, there's in the mix of these Gelflings of this peaceful kind of facade, there's one Gelfling, Spearton, who is they are agriculturally bent. They're quite simple and modest looking. This one kind of seems to awake from this kind of peaceful slumber, and just and he looks at you and says, I remember everything.
What kind of everything?
They came from my village. Skeksis, they tore everything away. They killed my family. And he is in despair and runs for the well and like dips himself into it as he's racked with sobs until he finally takes the upper half of his body out of the well and is back to being serene. You can see that this is a place perhaps that Gelflings come to forget grief, forget history. Is there anything that you want to do in this town? Do you want to talk to any of the Gelflings, investigate the scroll on the side, perhaps?
Yeah.
Or do you want to continue to make your way through the wetlands to the swamp?
Maybe the scroll will jog your memory if you've been here before.
Not sure I want it to, but sure.
So you look at these scrolls that have been, there have been bits that have been sort of torn away. But on it there are clan names. There are clans, and under it are names. You look at the scroll that says the Dowson, and you see 3 names. They are Seethi, Seethi. They are Auk, Auk, and the other is slightly torn away. It starts with an F, E, and it's torn away. Because you know enough, there's something in you that knows enough that that is your clan. There's a calling to that. But that's all that you have right now.
Saul's gonna write it down. Do either of you two recognize any of these names?
Do you want to see if you do? Do you want to look and make a roll?
Yeah, let's see. I'll pop open the Sifa scroll and see if I know anyone.
Yes. Do you have any skills that might help with that? If not, that's okay. You'll just roll a normal d6. If not.
There's like the 2 levels of, or I guess 3 levels of knowing a thing.
Yes, there's a, if you're trained, which you pick 2 at the beginning, right? And then you become you can use.
You specialize in one after that.
Yes.
So I'm trained in the sort of, I have charm as one of my sort of specialties, but am I also partially like trained in the other ones that are in that same little pod, or is it just
charm? You would have to, you can use XP, which you will gain at the end of every game cycle. To do that in the game, you use like rest time to like train in a different skill.
Okay.
But what you have started with is what you
Great.
can
Okay,
use.
then no.
Okay, you'll just roll a d6. Say it's a 5.
3.
Okay. You look and you see a name that looks almost like a Skeksis name.
Oh.
Like it's like sort of a, like the ink has kind of been brushed off some of the list, and it's been battered with rain and weather and things. But it looks like it has SK part of the name. It looks like it is a Skeksis name with the Sifa. That's all that you can really make out.
Okay.
Well, I will roll a dice. I don't know if I have
Yeah,
any
let's-
skills other than that to look at
Yes.
this scroll. I'm not very studious.
and
We
see
didn't
too.
really have big halls of study back where I come from. So I will use my
Well, yeah.
intuition with a 4.
Okay. You see names of warriors that you never knew them, but growing up you were told tales of wars, battles of the resistance that happened before you were born, and you sort of think that those might be some of those warriors who have passed.
My fallen brothers.
Just then, there's an ominous kind of quake in the distance. Ominous quake. You might recognize this to be a sign that the darkening is spreading. The darkening of the crystal.
Not good.
With this ominous, Keth is put into almost a trance-like state of a nightmare again. And this nightmare is again of this great tree in the Great Smurth. This is from you, as you know, as a Drenchen, your clan has lived in the safety of this tree. It is like a symbol of health, of safety, for your clan, and you keep having visions of the darkening spreading, and it hurts your body
Burns.
as you feel the bark of it being burned. But in this vision too, you feel something inside of you as this great tree, something inside of you, this seedling of hope. When you are now awakened from this, as a rumbling happens.
Well, I just saw my tree on fire once again.
Ooh. Is it the tree that we need?
Yes, it's the tree that I need, that my people need. I don't know if it has produced any seedlings for a while, but perhaps the seeds we need is for that tree to stop being on fire.
Okay. And you know where it is?
Well, we'd have to go back home. The food's good there. It'd be a fun time, I dare say.
Well,
It is through, because of your Drenchen clan, that it is a day or so's travel away from where you are. You're at the edge of the wetlands. You must travel through the swamp to get to Great Smurth. And you also have information on your character sheet too about just some things there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I could swim underwater
Oh,
and breathe, but you guys can't do
Does
that.
it say? Can I see that?
Yes,
Does it
yes.
say? Oh yes. That's right. Because the great tree
The
talks
great
about
tree.
Smurf
many live in the
Saba.
town. Yes. Smurth Saba.
Yes, that's right. Just that you know the location of the tree. You know
Yes.
where you're headed. You can share. You can, if you want to share information with them through showing. You can dream fast
I do
together.
trust you guys. Let us share the dreams. I will block out the burning tree for your sakes.
okay.
So you dream fast all together, and all you two are now caught up to speed with the vision of the tree and the darkening and feeling the seed. And because perhaps you are close to Great Smurth, perhaps this is where you should first venture.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Feels like where we should go.
Excellent. I know the way.
Well,
Pip pip.
Good. So you decide, you mark off another day, and you travel through. You're traveling from the wetlands into even more swamp, even more wet. You're sort of up to your knees now. This is the Swamp of Sog. It is, I know, it's what a great title. It's like endless murky water with, now you're covered by lots of trees. You have tree cover. It's quite dark. It's quite shadowy here. It's very quiet. You can hear faint, very, very faint drumming, which Keth is more able to be attuned to than you, which is a way of leading you back. You're also aware, though, that Gelfling traveling through the swamp, you need to be aware of a condition called foul foot.
Uh-oh.
So if you are not, well, even if you are a Drenchen, if you spend more than one day immersed in the water, your feet will swell. They'll become painful. You'll have to heal it somehow. It will, if unhealed, you'll be unable to run, and it will stink like rotting fish.
Yeah.
Treacherous.
It's very, as I said, it's very shadowy, and it's not really clear what the path is. But if you are Drenchen, perhaps you might know a way. You might know a way. Would you like to try to see if you can find more of a clearer path?
I would love
for our
that.
travelers?
Yes, and perhaps
you
more
roll?
exposed roots or
Mhm.
something. Looks like my skills are a little soggy too.
Okay, a 2. I'll make that a 3 too. But even then,
yes.
yeah, with just the Drenchen trait ability, you, there is a sort of path that is like ever changing, as the swamp is organic and ever changing, that you would normally be able to find, but in this moment, the knots, the tree knots that are meant to kind of mark where you go are less clear, so you're feeling a little bit more blind through this. You can see a path to the sort of a way that you could go to the right or to the left. And to the right, there is it looks like a giant spider web. It is abandoned, you think. Abandoned, you think. You would have to sort of make your way through that.
Nope.
To the other side, there is something turned over in the water, like a wooden something turned over. And through this kind of darkened path, you see kind of bubbles coming up. Where would you like to go?
Which way? Which way
Gelflings?
do you go?
Giant spider, spooky bubbles.
I mean, you know the way.
Yeah, this
I
is
do
your
right
home.
way.
You're-
But the chance of us, each way is even. Let me put it that way.
Right.
So, would you rather fear something falling upon our heads, or something yanking us from below?
Well, I can't breathe in the water, so
And you can float,
I can float.
so you're not going to get yanked.
I'm not gonna get. Oh, that's true.
If you're
But you could get yanked.
right.
And then I would have to save you, which
I've got this though. I could.
you
You
could.
also see like the floating object is kind of like it's like smooth. It's like the smooth underbelly.
Of a what?
Of a boat?
That's right, perhaps.
Oh, a
perhaps.
boat. We should go the boat way.
All right.
Wonderful. You go and inspect the boat, and you see on one side of it, totally serviceable. But as you flip it over, all three of you together kind of whip, because it could fit about 3 Gelflings in it. There's a big bite mark taken out of the side.
Can it be mended?
Yeah, there's mechanics to fix things in
There
this.
definitely
right?
are. Yes. Now you would use XP,
Oh,
which you don't have yet.
Dang.
But I wonder what we could do to help with that. Do any of you have any scavenging kind of things or knowledge that could maybe Vliaya could use a kind of magic touch to see if you can.
Yeah.
Maybe you could make it float regardless of the giant thing on its side.
Okay.
Like it does
or
seem
like
to
reawaken the wood to itself back
Love that.
together.
Yeah. I'm gonna make that like a 5.
Come on.
Yeah. You can use a +1 too.
Hey, 6+1.
Whoa. Okay. Amazing. So you Saul touch the side of the wood. Do you want to describe what happens to this boat?
Yeah, Sol touches the side of the boat and closes her eyes, and you see a sort of like a pulse almost radiate from her hands, and the wood, especially around the gash, kind of starts to green almost. And then really it does start to green, and then you see little like shoots start to come out of the edges, and then it grows rapidly in front of your eyes, and this like wood essentially like knits and braids itself to form this huge what's the opposite of a hole?
Yeah, patch.
Yeah. Baby brain.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And then as it like continues to like knot and form and knot and form and knot and form, to the point where it's almost a singular piece, it then in the same fashion hardens and grays and ages, and you see the sort of like sparkle of life that was there kind of reverse pulse back into Sol's hands.
Very cool.
Amazing. And now you have the choice of where you want to steer the boat. Where do you go?
Well, the drums are getting stronger as we go towards the corner where the sun is not, towards the
the bubbles.
the bubbles.
Towards the
Unfortunately, we have to
bubbles.
go over the bubbles, but because I can, breathe underwater, I'll sacrifice myself and check it out before we go over it.
Whoa, you're gonna go.
I mean,
It looks too like the the bubbles are like steaming.
It could just be a hot spring, not to worry, which is quite lovely at a time like this. It helps. She helps with the foul foot that is growing on my feet, but more so on yours.
Yeah, so you're going to Kath is gonna like swim ahead while the boat follows through the bubbles. Okay.
I'm gonna use this staff to like
Perfect. Yes.
punt us along.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find a stick and make a little rudder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ooh, love it. Yes, your Sifa-ness, you're very comfortable with boats. And so
Yeah.
this is like, even though this isn't the sea, you're like, you feel comfortable. And we'll say too that because you're on a boat, you can roll with an advantage.
Oh, nice.
Because you're Sifa. As you make your way, it's almost like this sort of canopy of trees of darkness that you're kind of leading. You start to feel through the water, you feel like it is quite hot. It is like
More than the hot tub back at home. I gotta say.
almost like it's like almost burning your skin.
Yep.
And you can't see anything. And none of you are Groton, so none of you can also see in the dark as well. So as you're going through this very dark bit here, when all of a sudden you smell something that's it smells like rotten eggs. It smells like rotten eggs.
Oh, did I hang on? And
Yeah.
Sol's gonna check to see if she accidentally broke the stink potion.
Yeah.
I thought you were checking something else. I was like, at least you admit it.
Which gives you all pause. Like Keth has her head out of the water too. You're all pausing and you hear these kind of like it seems like something's in the trees almost like it seems to be two beasts in the trees that smell like it smells like just awful rotten eggs. They right in front of you suddenly, as it steps into the hot water, you see fur illuminate on what is called a bovart. So this is a four-legged, hairy. It is larger than a gelfling, stands a couple feet taller than a gelfling with very long legs. Furry creature with hair that's looks like flames almost. With beady eyes, beady spider-like eyes, and little canines that are. And there's one of them that looks at you.
Oh no.
Yeah, not my type.
And then another one drops down as well. They are blocking your path now. They are illuminating what you see, a path right through them, but they are blocking you. We now must go into an action scene. We must go into a test, a challenge. Now, these are both 8. These both will roll at an 8.
Yikes.
So you will have to use teamwork. You have equipment, too, that you might want to use a melee attack. Yes. So combat 2 is not turn-based. You may start whenever you would like to do something.
Well, I feel very protectful over you guys, and you should know I have finesse, and I have an old knife, and that means I'm very quick with my movements, and they're really big, so I feel like they're bigger than us, so I feel like they're slower. So if you guys have my back, we can. Yeah, for sure. Yep, that is with you. That staff is perfect.
I'll steer the boat.
Perfect.
Okay, and so what would you the boat, so you're leading the charge.
Yes.
Keth is leading the charge bravely in front. You have a blade, right? What would you like to do with the blade? There's one right in front of you, and it's.
I'm gonna whip it at its head.
Ooh, you're throwing it.
And then jump after it so I can grab it out of his head.
Okay, can you roll and maybe assistance? You try to use a trait, try to get some assistance too with this.
I'll need some clubbing action in case it doesn't go down right away. I'm on it. I'm literally on it.
Yeah.
Can I help with the alley-oop? Can I
Yeah.
help fastball special you up there?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you can use lightness too. Maybe you could help
Give a little hover bump.
Oh.
2. Okay, +2. Okay.
Yeah.
You try to, and it misses. The blade falls back into the water. It misses. Now I'm gonna roll and see if this guy hits you at all. Ooh, it does not. It rolls a 4. It does not quite hit you. It snaps at you. It maybe gives you like a minor nick, but it is not injuring you at all. What else would you like to do with this?
Saul's gonna kind of like try and get up to the front of the boat and like balancing awkwardly as the boat, I'm guessing, just keeps drifting towards them.
Yeah, it definitely
And then
is.
it's gonna start to swing wildly whilst going back, go, shoo,
Yes.
go away, rah.
Your animal handling, perhaps.
Make yourself big and yell.
Yes. Would you like to roll for that?
Yeah.
Can I hold the boat steady
Absolutely.
while all this flailing is happening?
Absolutely.
Try to counterbalance.
Seafaring, absolutely. Do you help
I'm
at all too?
ignoring you, and I'm jumping in the water to get that knife back so that I can slash its Achilles tendons.
Okay.
While you tame it.
Okay. So we have a +2.
That is a 5 on the dice.
Okay,
Number
7.
7.
Yeah. Well, that is like a near. It stops in its tracks because there's something like coming back to you about these beasts. There's like something you remember. Your tattoos are lighting up again in the forest, in this swampy area, and it's almost like you stop and you're both looking at each other now, and it's looking at you, and it's staring at you, and
Oh no.
yeah, it does reach down.
Amazing.
And it gets you with a bite. Ow. And so you're now gonna roll with a d4.
Okay.
But perhaps there is more ancient knowledge kind of being downloaded about these beasts.
Okay.
What else would you like to do?
I'm gonna try to accelerate us through this situation.
Okay, I love
if
it.
possible.
Yeah,
to get
what do you
this
wanna do?
boat going like as fast as possible, and maybe like push off things to get like gondolier my way through this situation to try to get our injured comrade out of harm's way.
Okay.
Run away.
Yes.
Run away,
Okay,
but in
you're
a
trying to-
through type direction.
Yep. Yeah, I love this. What roll for that? You can roll with an
Because
advantage
it's a boat.
because it's a boat. And does anyone want to add to that to help with anything that you might think of? Helping manpower the boat, helping finesse it away, steering it.
This is related to a swamp, right?
This is related to a
then
swamp.
Still, I can help
Yeah.
with the orienteering of that, of where we're heading. I can yell at you, and
Yeah.
you know how to touch the boat properly. I don't want to touch the boat, but I can tell you which ways is the ways of the micro currents of the swamp.
Yeah,
that will help
love
our
it.
propelling forward.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, roll for that with.
They're both 3, so
Oh, that's right.
4?
Yes. 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So you're trying to maneuver through, but these two bovarts they're encroaching on you. Brenna, can you roll 2d6s
2d6s. 2 of them.
with an advantage? Oh, here.
Thank you.
Yes. Roll 2d6s.
5 and a 6.
Okay, so we do take the 6.
We take the 6.
Good. So out of these things are baring their teeth at you. You are in near gridlock. You're heading towards their snappy mouths when all of a sudden, out of the darkness, 2 blades hit them, hit each in the back of the head, and they fall. And on a boat with I almost said staff of light, but you know that is a staff of light is essentially what I mean. What's the word I'm looking for?
A torch?
A torch. Thank you. Holding a torch, a staff of light. I mean, I could just go with that. That's really cool though.
Yeah.
Mage light.
Holding a torch is your friend, the Madra.
Oh, thank heavens.
Eliona. And there are 2 brave Drenchen, like very, very big. Drenchen are also guards of the Skeksis. They're also fighters. 2 large male Drenchen behind her brothers. And they come through, and she says, "Thank goodness we found you.
What's wrong?
You were being attacked."
Oh, right. I could have handled that myself. We were just in the middle of it.
Salt's just like,
Yeah.
ow.
Oh, you are injured.
Just yeah.
Are you harmed? And they nod to you.
No, I'm good. It's just shaken.
Yes, I know. These the swamp is formidable. But we must get you back to safety now. felt your path through our dream fast. I felt that you were in trouble, and I came as soon as I could. So you decide they welcome you onto this bigger boat that can hold all of you. And up to the side, too, comes swimming.
Oh, my little Merkin the Musky.
Your muskie named Merkin, who's like this little eel, small little eel friend who nuzzles at you, and then looks at these two strange Gelfling as well. And the Drenchen brothers, the guards, while the Madra is welcoming to you two, these the male Drenchen just sort of nod to you. They're wary of outsiders, but they take you on their boat, and you know that you're going to have safe passage to the Great Smurth, which is where we will end this session.
Oh, wow.
Smurth word. Smurth.
Leader of the mind.